tuning in. I probably won't be able to respond too much since I'm holding the baby right now, but still comment if you want, and I'll try to get back with you later on the computer. But I wanted to introduce, this is Dalen Lee Scott. He's a little bit agitated right now, so I might be kind of giving him a bottle and talking at the same time, hopefully. But so we're spelling the name Daylen, and Daisy kind of came up with that. She kind of made a mix of her name, which is Daisy, and so we did Day, and then L for my middle name, Lee, and then En for the last two letters of my name. So Dalen Lee, which is my middle name, and then Scott. And yeah, let me see if I can give him a bottle at the same time as I do this. But we are very happy that he's here. How it started was on February 9th, Daisy had an appointment at the doctor, and give him a little bit of time. Daisy had an appointment at the doctor, and she was like, the doctor was like, yeah, he's ready. Come back over the weekend, like on Monday, and we'll see how things are going. And the next day, February 10th, Daisy all of a sudden started feeling like a lot of pain, and her family here was kind of worried, and so they're like, well, we should take you to the doctor just in case, have them look at you and stuff. And so we did. We went back into the doctor on February 10th, and we were there for over 6 hours just kind of waiting to see what was going to happen, and they were monitoring Daisy and all this stuff. And and they got to the point where they're like, well, we can either keep waiting or we can go ahead and proceed with a C-section, which is something that's just seems like it's way more common here in Mexico, and kind of something that Daisy had in the back of her mind anyway, and was okay with that. And so they wouldn't even let us go home to think about it. They're like, at this point, because of the medications that we've given Daisy, like it's too dangerous, I guess, to let her go home. And so we kind of had to make a choice right then and there in the evening time. It was probably about 8:15 when this all went down, and then we decided, we're like, okay, let's go ahead and do the C-section. And 30 minutes later, we had Dalen. It all, like, everything in the hospital was happening so slow. It was like over 6 hours of just waiting, and then all of a sudden it just sped right up, and all of a sudden, boom, 30 minutes later he was here. And I got to go into the room with Daisy. How it went for me was they had me put on the scrubs, the the outfit, and I walked into the room, and they were already starting to kind of perform the surgery on Daisy, and uh, she was kind of like shaking, and that kind of freaked me out. And I was like, how much of this is she feeling? I just didn't really have any idea, and I didn't, and so I was like, she's kind of shaking to the doctors, and they're like, yeah, that's normal. That's because of the medication that we gave her, and and so I was trying to be strong for her because I I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if she was in pain and just couldn't say much because of, the pain medication or the anesthesia, I guess. And um then just a couple minutes later, they're like, okay, like if you're gonna record, now's the time to turn on your camera because he's gonna be here in just a sec. So I hurried. I had a GoPro attached to me, and I hurried and hit record, and yeah, within like 30 seconds, all of a sudden I could see the head coming out, and I just started crying, and Daisy was like pretty out of it, but she started crying as well, and um, he came out and they brought him over and they they gave him to her first, and it just all seemed so surreal. Like my heart was pounding and tears were just coming down, and um, they had me cut the cord. And sorry, I'll just show him while I'm crying. um, they had me cut the cord, and it all just seemed so surreal. I didn't even like think about what I was doing. I was just doing what I was told, and I was like, okay, yep. They said cut the cord. I'm gonna do it. And then later I was like, whoa, like that was special. I got to cut the cord, and but in the moment I just was like trying to do what I was told and try to not mess up anything. And I just remember how blue the cord was. I don't know why that's stuck with me, but it was like the color of his hat. It was such a blue cord, and I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting a blue cord. I think I was expecting like gray or brown or something, but anyways. So I do have some footage of like those first few moments on the GoPro, but I just haven't had a chance yet to go through and edit. But there's probably going to be some special footage I might be able to share a little bit later. And yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say hello. Say hello. I'm pretty sure he wants more of that bottle. um, okay, so thanks, Melanie. Where was I? So I cut the cord, then got to hold him for a minute. I don't know if you heard that, but he just let one rip. So then the doctor took him and kind of started dancing with him. It was kind of funny. They turned on some music right after he came out, and the doctor kind of started like bouncing him a little bit. And I remember in my head I was just like, whoa, like take it easy, like don't hurt him. And I'm sure they knew what they were doing, but it was just kind of, I wasn't expecting that. And and then I got to leave with him for a couple minutes. They were gonna go, I guess, do their checkups and stuff on him, and I got to go and just see. They put him in the little, I don't even know what it's called, incubator thing or whatever, and they got some information from me, and I was trying to understand everything with my limited Spanish, and and I was trying to. They asked me some questions about like what his name's going to be, and kind of did some like paperwork real quick there, and then they took him off, and then I got to go change, and then I went to the waiting room where Daisy's family was, and again I just started crying because I was just like, it's like everything's good, everything's good. It's just so overwhelming, and it just feels really good to have him here, and it feels really good to be a dad, and Daisy's doing so well, and big yawn. I think there's a very high chance that just maybe he might be even better looking than I am. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but I think it's a huge possibility, and if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be this little guy. So, but we are just here in Daisy's family's house. They've been so nice to just really just provide us like every single meal, and Daisy's just been recuperating. She's doing great, and we're probably gonna leave here. So he's 1 week old today, and we're probably gonna leave here. Don't jinx it. Probably gonna leave here on Sunday with the help of Daisy's sister, and we'll go back to Daisy's parents' house, and I think we'll be ready. I think we are starting to kind of figure out a little bit like his sleep schedule and how it's going to work and stuff. But it's been really great having their help and support here with the food. Um, bless you. Bless you. Bless you. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I just wanted to introduce you and bless you. Wow. And I'm sure I'm probably missing something that I wanted to tell you. Let's see. He was almost 8 pounds. He was like 7.9 or something pounds. I had to convert everything because they did it in like kilos and millimeters, and I had to convert it to what I'm used to with pounds and whatnot. Yeah, almost 8 pounds and then 21 inches. And we just think he's so handsome and we think he's the best, and we're definitely thrown off of our sleep schedule a bit. And yeah, big boy. Yep, definitely ready for him to come out. I'm sure Daisy was too. But yeah, we take shifts during the night for like when he's sleeping, just because we both just feel like we should watch him just in case and stuff. I'm sure that will kind of calm down a little bit. Let me read your comment. Is your family coming over soon to meet him? I sure hope so. I talked with them and I was like, hey, you guys should get your passports and just come and visit. That'd be awesome. So they still need to get their passports, but I sure hope so. I think that'd be really special. So hopefully they come and say hi, and we'll do everything to make sure they have a fun visit, and they always have a place to stay here. He was really close to being named Diego, but now that he's here, I just feel that Dalen is just the perfect name, and it's more special to us than Diego because Daisy came up with it. And now I just see baby Dalen, and I'm just now like accustomed to it, and it just feels right. And yeah, okay, so that's about it. Thanks so much for tuning in. There'll be more coming later as soon as I can figure out some time to edit and stuff, but maybe I'll be doing more of these live streams in the meantime, just to keep you guys updated and kind of what's going on with us. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you later.